Harley Davidson wanted to give me a free motorcycle, and I said, no thanks.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're all well. So I wanted to tell you a story of when Harley Davidson Motor Company wanted to give me a free motorcycle, and in the end I just had to say no thank you very much, because it was just a bad deal. Let me explain. Okay, I've got to give you a bit of a backstory here to how this came about. So, quite a few years ago now, I, because of my day job, which I don't really talk about, I ran a motorcycle safety program, or a motorcycle safety initiative. And basically, what it was, I would give information of how motorcycle accidents and injuries occurred, and how best to avoid them. It's a long story, but that's what happened. And I ran this program for quite a few years, and it got quite a bit of traction, and it was spread around the internet and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, this got the attention of a few companies at the time, and one of those companies was Harley Davidson. So they got in touch with me in a roundabout kind of way, and they said, look, we'd like to offer you a free motorcycle. Would you like it? And immediately I went, yes, yes! And I announced to the whole world, Harley Davidson are going to give me a free motorcycle. Brilliant, brilliant. Let's have this meeting. Let's discuss. Let's get it all sorted out, right? You can see what happened. I got very excited, very enthusiastic, but I kind of jumped the gun. The motorcycle, you ask, what kind of motorcycle was it? Well, let me explain again. Okay, so at the time, the previous year or two, Harley Davidson had sent over a police motorcycle demonstrator to the UK, and I think around Europe as well, because it was going to try and sell their Harley Davidson police bike. It's a Road King, a derivative, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was. And they were going to all the police units around the UK, and I think around Europe, as I said, and they were going to try and sell this bike and see if it would be adopted. The problem is that Harley Davidson police motorcycles in Europe and the UK, they're just not favoured. They're too big, too bulky, and all this kind of stuff. So, lots of police forces use this, I don't know, BMWs these days, or whatever they use. But at the time, it was being pimped around at all the police units, and they were trying them out and, giving their verdict left, right and centre. Okay, at the end of this program, Harley Davidson were left with this police Harley Davidson, let's say, that nobody really wanted, and, they didn't know what to do with. So it had all the bags, it had all the lights and everything like that. Now, what they said to me is, look, we love what you do. We love what you do with your motorcycle program. Would you like this motorcycle? And immediately I thought, right, police motorcycle. Yeah, we can, put stickers over it and make it into like a promotional vehicle for me. Yes, I'd have to disable the police lights and all that kind of stuff, and there wasn't any police markings on it anyway. I think it just had blue and silver Battenberg on it, but I think that's about it. I thought we could just get some more stickers on it, and it would be a promotional vehicle, and then I could take it to shows, ride it to shows, let's say, the kids could get on it and all that kind of stuff. We could sort of flick on some sirens, and it would be a bit of fun, but it'd also be a utility vehicle, because they have all the boxes and everything like that. Brilliant, I thought. Yes, okay, this sounds like a real plan. So all was set. I'd have this bike. I could see clearly in my mind exactly how I would use it, how it would benefit my motorcycle safety initiative, my program, and it was going to be a great thing. I could already see the shows I was going to go to. I was going to go to shows all over the UK. I was just about to contact the show organisers and say, look, it's me on this bike. I'm coming to you. You get the picture, right? Okay. So I had to go to Harley Davidson headquarters here in the UK, which is actually just up the road from where I work. Fine. Went there, went to the meeting. It was all lovely. Don't get me wrong. The guys there at the Harley Davidson at the time, I think a couple of them are not there anymore. But at the time, really nice, really pleasant. And they liked what I did, and they wanted to give me this motorcycle with a few stipulations. Okay, Now, one of the stipulations was that they would give me this motorcycle. The ownership would be transferred into my name. However, there would be some kind of agreement or written contract that I couldn't sell the motorcycle to anybody else. I could only give it back or sell it back to Harley Davidson. And I thought at the time, actually, yeah, that doesn't bother me. That's fine. I don't think I'd ever sell it, but even if I did, fine, go back to them. I wasn't in it for profit, let's say. So that didn't really bother me. So I thought, so far, tick. Beautiful, beautiful. And again, the cogs are working overtime. Great, I'm going to have this motorcycle. It's going to be brilliant. I'm going to go to shows and everybody's going to love me. And, all this kind of stuff, right? Really excited. Then the anvil dropped right on my head, and I thought, oh, God, what's all this about? Right, the next stipulation really, really hurt. Okay, so in my enthusiasm, and I'm glad I did actually, I said to them, oh yeah, I can see exactly how I'm going to use this bike. I'm going to be riding it to shows and everything, and put stickers on it and have the kids on it, and it'd be brilliant. It'd be brilliant for the awareness of the program. And they said, hold on. Yes, we want you to have the bike, but you're not allowed to ride it. I said, what? They said, you can have the bike, but we have to disable the bike, so you cannot ride it. Well, what am I going to do with it? How am I going to use it if I can't ride it? So here's what they wanted me to do. They wanted me to have this motorcycle as some kind of ornament, some kind of display that I would just house for them, and also be some kind of promotional vehicle for them, maybe put it on the back of a trailer and then just take it to different shows, but never actually ride. And I said to them, well, actually, this is not going to work. The whole point of me having this bike would be that I would ride it to shows. I'd be going to motorcycle events, biker events, where I'd be riding thing. I'm not going to trailer the thing in. It's not a simulator or something. It's going to be a living, breathing, motorcycle, and all that kind of stuff. So I actually put it on the back of a trailer as a permanent ornament. No, that's not going to work. I said, isn't there any way that you can just give me a proper motorcycle? Just enable me to use it properly? And they said, no, we can't do that. We can't allow you to have this motorcycle as a running motorcycle. I said, well, you've just killed the deal. I can't do it. I'm sorry, I've got no use for it. I've got no use for a brick, essentially. So I just had to say, well, thank you, but no thank you. So that was the deal. That was done. It was basically, they'd offered me this ex-police demonstrator motorcycle. I got really excited. I kind of jumped the gun a little bit as well, which I've learnt not to do now, that's for sure. Anytime a company, let's say, approaches me. And, the deal never got done. And, it was a bit of a shame, really. But there we go. Harley Davidson, they wanted to give me a motorcycle, a police motorcycle, and I just had to say no in the end. A few years later, I got speaking to a few other people involved in Harley Davidson. This is before I bought the heroic Harley, by the way. And it's actually one of the reasons why I bought the Harley, but that's another story. And we got talking about this very story. And they said, oh, yeah, they offered it to us as well. And I was like, what? And they said, yeah, they offered it to us as well. And exactly the same stipulation that, we couldn't ride it. It had to be like an ornament. And, they said exactly the same thing. So I wasn't the only one. So, possibly there might be quite a few people around the UK and around Europe who also got this offer from Harley Davidson, or certain people from within Harley Davidson. This would have been for Europe and for the rest of the world headquarters. I don't think this was ever offered to anybody in the United States or Canada, by the way, but I could be wrong. But anyway, so look, if this ever happened to you, if Harley Davidson, let's say, ever offered you a bike, would you get really excited? For free, this is, for free. Would you get really excited? I'm sure you would, even if you're not really that keen on Harley Davidsons. Look, a free bike is a free bike, right? Especially if it's a brand new bike, right? And especially if you could really put it to good use, right? You're going to get excited. Of course you are. Why wouldn't you? Of course you are. Would you say no? And would you say no like I did? So, well, I'm not sure. Sometimes I kind of regret that I did say no. I sometimes I think, actually, I should have put it on a trailer and I should have taken it to the shows. but the other part of me thinks, no, you did exactly the right thing. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. But I always love to tell this story, but I always wonder, would Harley Davidson ever contact me again now and say, look, have a motorcycle on us, here's a free motorcycle, just go and do with it what you want? And I'll be like, whoa, yes please, yes please. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, like and share. Check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. Ta-da.